Hello, savvy entrepreneur. It's Tash Corbin here, and welcome to episode number 141 of the Heart-Centered Business Podcast. And it's day 9 of Tashmas, which is very exciting. We are on the home stretch of Tashmas, and I have some amazing offers that are coming out for you, and today is no exception. And I wanted to ask you what might be slightly controversial of a question in today's episode. And as always, I have a special offer for you at the end of the episode today as well. If you're looking for the show notes and all of the links, you can find them at tashcorbin.com/141. And I'm just going to come out and say it. I think that you're not having very smart business conversations. We're going to take care of that today. So here's the thing. From my time on Facebook and hanging out in Facebook communities, from the conversations that I'm seeing happening all over the interwebs, I think that women have some pretty silly business conversations. And I don't mean silly as in like you shouldn't talk about that or that kind of thing. But I honestly believe that we are seeking business advice from the wrong people consistently. And I see this happen all over the internet. And so what I wanted to do today was to actually challenge you to smarten up when it comes to your business conversations. And there are 2 concepts that I want to talk about today. Number 1 is crowdsourcing, important business strategy. And number 2 is who is on your trusted board of advisors. And they're kind of linked things, but they also have their own issues. So let's start with crowdsourcing because it's one of the most frustrating things for me to see when people are online in Facebook. Now, you might have seen these types of posts before where people say, I'm releasing a new book, help me choose the cover A, B, or C. Or I've just had 10 photos taken, can you help me choose the best one? Or I need to name my webinar, can you help me choose title A, title B, title C? Or how much would you pay for a 6-week program that uplifts your money mindset? So I see this happen quite a lot, and people are crowdsourcing really important elements of their business strategy. The important elements of your business strategy are things like your pricing, your model, where you choose to advertise, the time you choose to put into your business, and a lot of your messaging as well. The only people you should be taking advice from when it comes to the messaging of your work are your exact perfect ideal clients and your copywriter/business strategist. They're the people who are here to help you with your message, and asking random strangers in Facebook groups who may or may not be your ideal client or may not be business strategists or may not be messaging experts could very well be putting your business strategy in the hands of the wrong people. Now, I see this particularly with the Heart-Centered Soul-Driven Entrepreneurs Facebook group. I've said this many, many times in that group. I do Facebook Lives pretty much every Tuesday. Tuesday for our group is called #WhatINeed. And people constantly ask me, how can I use what I need to improve my business strategy? I say, ask for what you need. I feel like it's really straightforward, but for a lot of people, they really struggle. And I think this is because a lot of people look at Facebook groups through the lens of what can I get? How can I get clients? How can this post help me get clients? But for a lot of the activities that we do in Facebook groups, it's never about the short-term gain. It's never about how can I get clients out of this one post. And if you are looking at short-term return on investment, Facebook groups aren't always the smartest place to do it. Yes, you can sell great offers in there. Yes, you can become very present and very well known, but it can also take a long time for someone to actually tip over and invest with you when they're starting to get you to know you through Facebook communities. So, even for myself, there are Facebook groups that I've been in that I've never actually made a sale within that Facebook group at this stage. but I'm there for a different reason. I'm there to have a conversation and get that peer support, have someone to share a specific conversation about. So I'm in money groups to talk about money, I'm in mindset groups to talk about mindset, and I'm in business strategy groups to talk about business strategy. And I'm there to support people and answer their questions and to ask questions of my own of people who might be my ideal target market, of people who might be peers who know what's going on in the online business world and might be seeing things that I'm not seeing, but they are not my trusted board of advisors. And that's where this second part comes in. Your trusted board of advisors should be made up of 5, maybe 10 people who you specifically choose for what they bring to the table with your business strategy. So for me, that would be my mastermind. So I have a mastermind of other business ladies that I hang out with every single week online, and we talk about business strategy and what we're focusing on. It's also very good for my mindset. I'm in an energetic mastermind facilitated by my kinesiologist. I have a mindset coach, and I have an energy practitioner that I work with as well, a healer. So, and I also have a health coach who helps me with my body stuff, and that is really contributing to my business right now. So, and sometimes I also work with a business strategist, not working with one right now, but I do work with them from time to time. So those people are on my trusted board of advisors. The people in the Heart-Centered Soul-Driven Entrepreneurs group, whilst a lot of them are my ideal clients, and I love asking questions in there for market research, are not the best people to advise me on how to price my program. They're not the best people to advise me on the specific title of a webinar. They might advise me on the types of topics that they're looking for and the problems that they're facing, but there's a difference between doing market research and crowdsourcing. And so I want you to ask yourself, have you been crowdsourcing where you needed to be doing market research? And do you actually have a trusted board of advisors? And are they the right people for the job? Now, my trusted board of advisors used to contain people I should not have been trusting for business strategy advice. So there were people who I was friends with, who had things to say about the way that I was running my business, and I would take that advice on board despite the fact that they weren't from my industry, I didn't particularly agree with their business strategy, and they weren't across everything that I was doing in my business. But they felt the need to give me advice on what I was doing in my business, and I felt the need to take it. And then when I realized, hang on a minute, I'm taking advice from these people, but this is the direction that I want to be going in, I decided that I needed to be clear on those boundaries. Where do I get my business advice from, and where do I not get my business advice from? So I just wanted to raise that little issue and ask that little question, because I truly believe that when you ask those types of crowdsourcing questions into communities, you are telling yourself, I cannot be trusted to make this decision right now. You are telling your course, I don't know what this is worth. I don't know how to value myself. I don't know how to value my business. I don't know how to value the work that I do. And you're also kind of telling people who may be potential clients that you don't 100% know what you're doing in your business. Now, I'm all for, being vulnerable and being open, but if you're constantly going into Facebook communities going, my business sucks, I can't get this working, why will no one buy my offer? I've seen people do that. #WhatIneed. Tell me why no one took up my freebie yesterday. It's actually not allowed in the Heart Center group, and we do delete them when we see them. But I see these questions being asked over and over again. Now, the more that I see that person ask that question, the less I trust they know what is best for me in my business. The less I believe they've actually got their stuff together and they know what they're doing and they're connected to their ideal client and they're curious and understanding what's going on for them. Particularly where people are then selling mindset stuff, or they're then selling business strategy stuff, or they're then selling this and they're then selling that. I honestly see the constant call for help and the constant asking of questions that technically you should already know the answer to. It really does start to kind of raise these questions. It raises these flags. Are you therefore doing this to manipulate the Facebook algorithm and get lots of reach? Or are you asking this question when really you should already know the answer to this. And if you don't know the answer to this, this isn't the place to ask it. And so, I find it really fascinating to see these consistent questions being asked. And honestly, I think you might be doing yourself a little bit of a disservice. And in particular, I think that you're at least, if nothing else, you're giving yourself the message that I'm not able to take responsibility for this decision, and that I don't have what it takes, and I haven't developed the skills yet to be able to be a great strategist for myself. And if you are going to create a sustainable business, you need to learn how to be a great strategist. And that does not come from crowdsourcing every decision in your business. So that's why I said it might be a little bit contentious that I'm having this conversation. But I think more and more we need to be standing up for our businesses. We need to be standing up for ourselves. And we also need to be conscious of the decisions that we need help with and market research with, and the things that we really need to be going to our trusted board of advisors for. And that's why today's Tashmas offer is related to this. Because if you would like me on your trusted board of advisors, then joining the Hart Center Business Academy can be one of the most cost-effective, affordable, and smartest ways to do that. The Hart Center Business Academy includes 3 live group coaching calls with me each and every month. And we also have strategy modules and mindset modules to help you with some of those decision points and working out what your strategy is and how you're going to move forward. And in the Hart Center Business Academy, we have a Facebook community where you can ask business strategy questions of people who are at the right level, of business strategists, of people like me, of marketing experts, of videography experts, of copy experts, of mindset experts, of health and well-being experts. Those questions you can actually ask of a community where these people have actually achieved success. Because here's the thing, I saw this today. Someone went into the Hart Center group and said, help any day. And they asked a question about marketing strategy and social media channels. And they asked a question in the context of where should they be looking next for their next social media channel that they move to. Now, I know this person's business and I know where they're at, and they actually don't need another social media channel. They need to continue rocking the social media channel that they're on. But they've got this sense, maybe the thing is I'm on the wrong social media channel. So about 15 people said Pinterest and about 15 people said LinkedIn. And I noticed straight away, I got a request from the person from LinkedIn and they started following my boards on Pinterest. And now that person, as a result of crowdsourcing their social media strategy, is on 2 new social media channels that, whilst they might create a little bit of momentum, will not create anywhere near the momentum that would have been created if that person had just stuck to their current strategy and nailed it. It's shiny object syndrome dressed up as, well, this is what people are saying is the place to be. And so, we can all be susceptible to some of this. We can all be susceptible to seeing what other people are doing or asking these questions and potentially get ourselves all mixed up and down the wrong track. I saw another conversation where someone was asking about price points and discounting, and they got some advice from someone who had read a book. This person was not a business strategist. They were not a pricing expert. They did not have a lot of experience. And when I went and stalked their Facebook page, I couldn't see that they had a successful business of their own. But they had read this one book that talked about premium pricing, and that when you price something as a premium product, you're going to therefore stand out from the crowd and you'll make more sales, and actually it will be easier for you to create success if you just triple your prices. And this person took that advice and went out and made this announcement that they were tripling their prices. Now, I'm willing to bet that that is not going to go down so well. and that there are steps in the actual implementation of a price increase strategy that that person will not have taken because they asked for business advice in the wrong forum and they took business advice from the wrong person. And all of these people who are giving this business advice and this feedback and they're trying to help, they have all the best intentions. They're not saying these things because they want you to fail. They're saying these things because they want you to succeed, and they have all the best intentions, but they actually aren't the best advisors. So even if the one thing that you get out of this episode from Tashmas is that maybe you need to be more discerning about who you take your business strategy advice from, your mindset advice from, your healing advice from, your energetic advice from, even if all it does is adds one layer of discernment, then it's done its job. So we want to be mindful of where we're getting that advice from and who we're inviting onto our trusted board of advisors. And as I said, if you want to join the Hart Business Academy and invite me onto your trusted board of advisors, I have a very special offer for you. For the first 3 months of your membership of the Hart Business Academy, you can join us for half price. So instead of $196 a month, it will only cost you $98 a month for the first 3 months. That's 3 months of me on your trusted board of advisors for under $300 Australian dollars. All the details are over with the show notes from today, and they'll be on the Tashmas post today on my Facebook page as well. Simply go to tashcorbin.com/141 and all the info will be there. If you have any questions about the Hart Business Academy, of course you can get in touch with me. Until next time, day 10 of Tashmas, I cannot wait to see you shine. Thank you for being part of the Tashmas celebrations. Bye for now.